Boys, girls, and everyone else, welcome back to another Destiny Rising video. In this one, we have Jaren Ward, fully committed and announced to us, and we're going to look at the video. We're going to talk about what we can unpack from it. There are some things that we can do ahead of time. No screen recording. Take it. So we are going to look at this and kind of unpack it and see what we can do to get ready for him. Even though he doesn't come out till Thursday, there's actually stuff we can do right now in game, and no, it doesn't cost you any money to do these things. So let's jump straight into it. Let's react, and then let's break it down, see what we can get from it in terms of his abilities. It's actually a pretty sick video. So here we are. Oops. Whoopie doopie. All right, and I am live, so if you guys are watching this as a YouTube video, if you see me talking to myself, it's because I am talking to not myself, but to my live chatters. Which, if you guys want to join me, I will be live for like the next it's 14 days total. I think this is like day 10 or day 3, 4. So I'm gonna be live next for like the next 11 days, which is gonna be hella sick. So if you guys want to be part of it, make sure you join over on Twitch, because it's twitch.tv/MiseryHatesCompany, and I'll be live every day for the next 11 days streaming Destiny Rising, where we do have drops activated for you. Now, let's get it straight into this and unpack it. I think a lot of you guys, especially in the chat room, the chats rather, will actually be able to help me with this, because I think there's some details from D2 that I'm not as familiar with that I think you guys can help piecemeal for me. So we'll watch it and then we'll break it down.
And we'll make this quick. Catch. Nothing personal. It's just business.
Just business. I want to say so much, but I said I wasn't going to stop it, so let's keep going.
These bullets will pay your debt for you.
That's so sick. God. Sweet giggity. All right, so there's a lot to break down. We're going to mute it so we can break this down. All right, so first things first, Kid Clove, we're actually going to talk about this a little bit, because there's, I think, some good things to unpack with that question as well. You guys better come with the cowboy hat. All right, so the first thing is, obviously, he's holding this engram. It's obviously a mythic or an exotic engram, which we're all used to seeing. I have this hypothesis. So Kid Clove asked on Twitch, is his ghost shell an exotic engram? I don't believe so. I think this is just an exotic engram. I don't know why I say it differently every single time. But I actually think that this is a sneak peek, not a sneak peek, how do I want to say this? There's an exotic weapon that he had from D2, or not from him. Well, yeah, that he had from D2 that I think we can assume we're getting. I forgot the name of it. I know somebody mentioned it down here. Yeah, Last Word. So Last Word is a very popular weapon in D2. So he's cashing in a bounty. Yeah, pretty much. So he has the golden gun effect, where he's actually going to be able to dual wield it for his super, which is absolutely sick. There was a couple different skills that we're going to unpack as well. But the fact that he dual wields the golden guns are absolutely insane. And I think because they didn't actually show us, what up the unknown? I think because they didn't actually show us the Last Word, I think that this is sort of alluding to, like, because we always get a new exotic weapon for the battle pass, my tummy tells me that this is like sort of like the Last Word, because people know it's going to be coming, or assume it's going to be coming, that's probably what this is. So no, it's not his ghost shell. It truly is just an exotic engram, but it's hella interesting that they only showed this. They only showed a little bit of like weapons for him. All right, so the unknown says, what's good, man? Nothing much, bro. We're just chilling, living the dream, live streaming. I saw you live earlier, dude. Also, shout out to that unknown. If you guys don't know who he is, you are wrong for doing that, because he is an absolute throw goat. All right, so here we go. Now, we do know from this, let's go to the actual gameplay. Right. So first off, this is the first time we've actually seen like a cutscene where like there like some PvP in it, where like he's actually like killing people and their ghosts, which is actually kind of sick. But if we go to where we see the gameplay. So this is the gameplay. First thing off is this weapon is, let's show you what it is. So obviously, usually we get a sneak peek of the exotic weapon that he's going to be, or that the character's going to be playing with. We saw that with Hellhest, right? So when Hellhest was announced, we saw her not with the Contravene or whatever, Royal Contravene. Instead, we saw her with the Trinity Ghoul, right? And it was like, what? Yeah, live breakdown, bro. Live breakdown. I was busy all day, so I wasn't able to do a video, so we're doing a live breakdown. So I think that the Trinity Ghoul, I don't think the Trinity Ghoul is what we saw in the video. Obviously, we didn't know that for sure, but once the Battle Pass came out, it was confirmed. It's a little different now, though, because the weapon that we actually saw him use, and again, I'll sort of toggle back and forth. Where is this chick? Is a hand cannon. Now we know he uses hand cannons and shotguns, right? So if you go to, this is it. Like he's using a epic, which is kind of weird. So if I jump back, it is clearly that weapon, right? So it is the epic revolver, which is interesting that they would do that. Nice, leak us the info, Misery. We know you got some. I don't got shit. I'm not even part of the content creator program, bro. Wait, the opening scene, he has a pistol on his hip. Can you possibly zoom in on his hip? That's a good idea. We'll do that one next. But this was the first thing I wanted to point out is that they are showing us a weapon, but it's not even a mythic or an exotic. So again, last few times we've seen whatever exotic weapon is going to be coming with the new hero be what's in the video, whereas this one was straight up an exotic. All right. Now the other weapon that is, I don't want to say leaked, is going to be a shotgun, right? So it's again, it's not leaked actually. It's factually not. So if we go back and we play a little bit, you know, he does his little pistol stuff. Well, we can break it down a little bit. So obviously confirms it's that hand cannon. This is the first ability, which is interesting. So he does a little bit of a dash and throws a grenade. Now, the first thing to note here is that it looks like the grenade is doing some amount of a debuff on not on allies, on enemies. Now, right after that, though, he does his like sort of rapid fire shot. I'm assuming that is his second signature ability. So I think the first one is gonna be that slight dash or dodge where he also throws a grenade. And now that grenade probably either does damage, but again, if we look very closely, right? So we've all played this game long enough to know what damage to an PvE looks like. Wait, the unknown says you're not crazy. They need you there. Yeah, no, I'm literally not. I'm pretty sure they hate my guts. I don't know why yet. I don't know why, because I worked with what's it called? Netties on Diablo Immortal for 4 years. And like I'm still in good standing on that side, so I don't know why we have an issue on this side. But whatever, we're not gonna talk about it, bro. I don't know. It's out of my control. I'm also sweating like a whore in church in here. It's so hot. But anyway, so he does the dash, throws a grenade. It clearly doesn't do damage, at least in my opinion. Based off this little clip, it doesn't look like it's actually doing damage. Let me make this bigger. That's what she said. Hydrate. Oh, guy on toilet. I got a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. That's all I got to hydrate with. It blinds. There you go. Actually, I fully agree. So, Deepu TV says it blinds, which is where I was going with this, is that it clearly isn't doing damage, but it does leave that residue on them. Now, blind is that or a damage increase was going to be my thought, but I agree. I think it's doing a blind. So I think that is signature 1. And then signature 2 is this rapid fire where he's just like, clock, bop, 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 bop. So you can see he switches the gun. Not blind, it's concussed. It could be, like I said, either one. It's clearly some amount of a debuff, right? And it could be some combination of the both, or maybe even a new debuff. But my main point here is that I don't think it's doing damage. I think that it's doing some amount of a debuff, which is kind of cool. And now, again, I think my hope here, though, is that with the little dodge step that it does, is that this is a movement speed ability to some capacity. Now, we know we have really good characters in the game that don't use movement ability, but obviously, with all of the current in-game content being surrounded by how fast you complete things, it would make sense for him to have some amount of movement speed. So again, this is the dash. I hope he gets a movement speed buff with it. Maybe he doesn't. Unclear yet. Again, some amount of I say blind since there's a blind perk in the artifact. It would align. There you go. That's actually smart as shit, dude. So then I think that's his second ability. Now, we obviously know what the exotic is. Wait, that was a shotgun. All right, so I want to showcase the shotgun so we can piece it apart and see if we can figure out which one this is. Which I'm pretty sure, again, looking at these spikes and all that, I think this is a shotgun that we already have here. In fact, it's this guy. So it's the IST-2 Nyatis. So it's weird that they're showing us a epic pistol or a hand cannon and then a mythic shotgun. All right, so we identified the 2 weapons he's using, neither of which are exotics. Okay, so either, again, I'm combining the lack of showing anything up here with this kind of interesting beginning thing where he's carrying this gold exotic engram to think that the exotic engram is going to be the last word. Obviously, in the comment section, a lot of people say, where was the one? Last word getting 3 catalysts in Destiny Rising before G2 gets one is devious. Actually, I'm curious what the rest of the comments is. It's a massive middle finger to Bungie, and I love it.
What did we learn so far?
Better not get a catalyst than bring a gotcha. Okay. Slop is the okay. Wow, people just start going into it. So again, we can clearly see the two weapons that he's utilizing. Neither of them are exotics. Again, that's why going back to the beginning, I think this sort of screen is a tip of the hat towards maybe last word being what we're getting, which is kind of sick. I think that's awesome. Now, what else can we unpack from this? Kid said we should look at on the opening scene. There's a gun on his hip. I don't know how good of a zoom we're going to be able to get on this. I also don't know what the last word looks like, so I might not be the best one to zoom in here. Apparently, I'm just not going to zoom in. My brother in Christ.
You still checking that broken driver?
Yeah, it won't let me... Hold on. What if we snip it? Do we get a better screenshot of it? Or is it just that first clip? Let's see. Oh. That also could just be the golden gun, right? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Bungie's afraid of catalyst for the last word. Really? Hold on. Let's slow this down. This is an interesting little clip here. Sleep timer. No, playback speed. Let's put this shit real slow. Oh. I want it to rotate again. I want that rotate. Damn it. It was right before that. I missed it again. I'm going to fucking scream. All right. What is this? Let's go to Google. Oh! Wait a minute. Guys. Wait a minute. I swear on my life, I had not looked at this yet. Okay, wait a minute. If that's the last word, we're cooking. There she is, boys. There's the confirmation. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, I'm on the same screen, my bad. All right, so we got that and that. That's it, boys. You can see clear as day everything about this. That's the last word. Oh, yeah. All right, there you go. So that's actually hell of exciting. We just figured that out in real time. So last word definitely confirms them, at least in my head, that is the exotic that we're getting. Boy, howdy, they try to sneak it in there, and we didn't get it. All right, the unknown says, look at the final part of the scene. He spins the weapon. All right, we're going to keep going. We got a pretty good clip of it there. Let's see. That's it. All right, you can definitely see the gold there still. Spin that boy. Spin it. Spin it. Yeah, pick up your exotic engram. And now spin it. Spin it. Spin it. I want to go faster, but I don't want to miss it. Hold on. Hold. Hold, boys. Hold. Pew, pew. Oh, I don't know, Rick. I think how close is it going to get us? He's about to put it away. That's the last word. All right, so last word, clearly, clear as day, at least in my opinion, is the next exotic weapon, which also helps us with the latter part of this conversation, which is how we can prepare for Jaren Ward now, right now. All right, so that's really exciting. I think that's so cool. When I first watched this, obviously I wasn't home, which is why I'm just covering this now. But this is really cool. I think it's the biggest confirmation that we've seen. I also think it's kind of tricky that they didn't use it when he starts doing all this stuff. Like this is, like I said, right here they're like, no. Let's not use the last word. We don't want to give it away. But that first scene, they were like, all right. So there you go. Hypothesis, both used and confirmed, all in one video. Look at that. So again, that's Jaren Ward. That we saw his abilities. Again, his ultimate is the dual wield, which is disgusting. Wait for it. I want to see it again. All right. Oh no, guys. And he just starts ripping it. Woo! That's badass. That's awesome. I love all of it. I love damage. All right, so what do we know from this? He's damage. He's solar. He has a hand cannon. It's the last word. That's going to be in the battle pass on Thursday. Number 2, he has a shotgun. You're going to want to go and start working on your shotguns, which is good for us. We'll get to that in a second. Boy, howdy, I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm so excited. That sounds like my kind of character. I know. And guys, we just made a video talking about the best ways to sort of future-proof your account. And like since he's going to be using both hand cannon for precision and a shotgun, he is going to be a must build hero. Like there is no doubt in my mind. This is not clickbait. This is not like, farming the new character and like I'm getting paid for all of you that pull. No, this is just because of what's in the game right now. Again, if we go back to the game, we look at the shotguns. I seen that video. That's why I will use Umiko for a group play. Exactly. Umiko is a throat goat for that. We have 3 different elements for shotguns, the newest one being this one. So you can literally farm for all the different elements for impact on him. And then now, of course, with hand cannon, we got a new hand cannon as well, which I talked about in that video, where we can also, let me move myself bottom right, where we also have 3 different elements of the hand cannon. Now, obviously, I'm not going to recommend building out any of these hand cannons right now because the last word is coming. That again, we just saw that, we confirmed it. So save all of your goodness for that, and then for the shotgun, obviously you want to get one of each, which bleeds us into the next part of the conversation. How do you prepare for Jaren Ward? All right. I want your thought though. I know last word is going to be crazy, but what about Old Perfect scene? I feel like it's slept on. That's actually a good point. So we got the Crimson, who is the weapon fires a 3-round blast and then cruelly kills with his weapon. Heal the wielder. So again, you're getting heals every time you get a kill with it. Precision kills also refill the magazine. So I actually don't hate this one at all either. Man like Miz, what up, Zeno? And then we got what's good. I'm getting excited for what's coming this week. That's what's going on. And then we got the Old Perfect. Is that who you asked about? Oh yeah, so Old Perfect is more of a shotgun, right? So this is the weapon fires scattered rounds, okay? Same. And then there's Dangerous Breath. So successive hits with it will scorch the target and deal increased damage. I think this is a good gun. I don't think it'll be viable for Jaren Ward, though, to answer your question, because he has a shotgun. So you're not going to want a precision weapon that is functioning like a shotgun when you have a shotgun, is my initial thought, okay? So that's my initial take. I think that it's going to be a must-use to be the last ward. It's going to be in the battle pass. That we could more or less confirm that. So save all your catalysts. I think I did the math the other day. It's going to take something like, I don't want to break my free to play, but the temptation with last word. I know. Interesting. I agree. Yes. So that's the thing is that, I think that with his kit, it's not going to be as necessary. And then especially with the other part of this being like it's going to scorch people, he's solar. So, he's all of his abilities are going to be doing solar damage. So I think you're good. I think you truly want a hand cannon like the last word that is going to do precision, right? You want to be able to pop those shinkas really quickly and then either continue to use your last word or switch to a shotgun, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So when it comes to that, obviously it's going to be a battle pass weapon. We know that for sure. So you're going to need a crap ton of your exotic weapon infusion cores. So today, until Thursday when it comes out, start grinding your weapon cores. I think it's 390-ish cores. That's exactly right, Depot. We talked about that, and I'm almost positive it is. I could count it, but I don't fucking want to. I think it's 390. So start saving. You can see I only got 149. Want to know my theory? Yes, I do. Shoot me with it, brother. Shoot me with it. Now, what else can you do outside of hoarding all of your exotic weapon infusion cores? Obviously, you're going to need, what is it? I think it's like 6. So you need 2, 4, 6, 7. It's exactly 7. So you need 7 of the superposed photon, which goes hand in hand when you're running your legendary campaign to get your exotic materials anyway. Obviously, I have 7, so this is a W. Now, something else, though. So the last word, again, is going to be in the battle pass. I would bet my whole account on it. Now, I also think that you can, I don't think. So if you go to the store, they have a new way, if you have silver, for those of you being free to play, this isn't going to work for you, and I'm sorry in advance, but if you go to the silver shop, they did add this week the exotic weapon tokens, okay? So we do have the ability of using this to get your fully maxed out last word. Without even knowing, I think this is going to be like a must do. I think that we're all going to want to do it. I think that the last word is going to be absolutely goated. So my priority is going to be the max out. I was told it doesn't carry over. What's that? This? Oh, it totally does. 100%. Wait, no, it will. Hold on. Now you got me second guessing myself. I don't think they ever changed it because the other ones are still in here too. Yeah, it doesn't change. I don't know if it carries over, but you could definitely buy it. Is my thought at least, right? So you can definitely maybe just save it until he comes out and then buy it. I see your point though. I've never had one left over to say that, but it says they don't carry over. All right, well then don't buy them. Here's the thought. Don't buy any of these until he comes out. It's weird that click at the top row. What top? What top? This? It's the diamond looking one, but that round one carries over. Yeah, I was gonna say the round one carries over, right? Yeah, I know this one doesn't carry over because that would be a little sketchy. Yeah, this one doesn't carry over, but I'm almost positive this one does. Yo, Ellie! So yeah, I wouldn't test it personally, but if you do have any shards left over, let me know. I guess what, Thursday when he comes out. But this is gonna be a great way if you do have silver in order to get out your last word hella fast. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I have a little bit of silver. I'm gonna be using it for that as well, and/or pulls. I have exactly enough to hit pity. I have 61 pulls. My pity's fully recharged back up to 60. So I'm at least gonna hit them once, and we'll see how my luck goes. So there's that. Now, what else can we do to get ready for Mr. Jaren Ward? It's none other than working on your shotguns right now. Now, fortunately, we did... where am I at? We did get, like I said, a new shotgun, which was this fire one. So we have a solar one, we have 2 arcs, and I'm currently working on trying to get my best in slot rolls for the arc one. So the first one is Eternal Retribution, which is going to be Void. That's the one that I'm going to at least use first because I already have 2 God rolls on in terms of my exotics or my exotic mods. I can, do I want to upgrade it? I don't know, Jim. Fuck it. Let's do it. Now that we know for sure I was actually saving that click because I wanted to wait for Jaren Ward's confirmation that it was going to be his exotic and the battle pass was going to be the last word. But now that we figured that out based off the video, we should be good now. So again, I think this Eternal Retribution is going to be arguably the best shotgun to use first. And then I think just, again, from a future standpoint, I would love to also max these out. Now, in terms of the traits, in terms of God rolls, so we talked about this one first. These are the God rolls, which is going to be line formation, and then it's going to be chromatic reward, okay? These are the 2 that I would recommend in terms of your God roll for your perks, for Eternal Retribution, and then for this one over here, Neotics. This one's a little different actually. So it's actually, in my opinion, it's going to be line formation and then lash. Reason being is that it's both of these have everything to do with it when you fully hit a target, so they compound. So the first one being line formation, when all rounds hit a single target, pull, hit this trigger pull, hit the same target. The next shot shooting interval is shortened by 25%, and the weapon gains plus 30% reload speed for 3 seconds. Obviously, this is an impact weapon, so you're going to want to get a lot closer and use it sort of like as a, I don't know, like a fucking shotgun, like boom, and make sure all the balls hit. Pause. But then Lash does the same thing in a similar way. So this is going to be when all rounds hit the same target. In consecutive trigger pulls, they will trigger an elemental explosion dealing 80% of the base damage to said target. So again, assuming you use this shotgun and it hits all of the same target, then you're going to be in really, really good shape. How was work after the stream tonight, bro? I was hungover as all get out. It was miserable and I can't wait to do it again. So these are the 2 that I'm going to prioritize. Obviously, Eternal Retribution will be the first one, and then the second one is going to be Neotics, whatever the hell it is, the Arc one. And then I'll slowly just start also working on the Solar one, just so that I have all 3 in terms of my flexibility. I will not prioritize this one, though, because I do think it could be... I haven't done enough research. I can give you God rolls, but I haven't done enough research. But I definitely think that the Eternal Retribution is going to be the one I focus on first. And then obviously everything else is going to go on those. So that's how you can get ready for Jaren Ward and what he's going to impact. Now, obviously in terms of relics, you're going to need all of the things, right? So you're going to need a ton of these, the incandescent clusters. Now, fortunately on Thursday, it's also a new rotation, which is also going to mean that we can get more of these from all of those normal things that we get it from, like Calamity Ops and the Expanse. So make sure you push up into a promotion zone, or at least as high as you can, into Calamity Ops, so that way you get the most incandescence clusters you can, which I'm pretty excited about. So I'm in a decent spot. Hopefully you guys are as well. And then run your expanse. I'm missing a key on both because I'm just fucking tragic and stupid apparently. But both reset with Jaren Ward coming out. And yeah, that's how you can get ready. And then other things you want to make sure you have ready to go for Jaren Ward is going to be your mother effing balls, your void fruits. I'm sorry, solar fruits. But you want your fruits because you're going to need obviously solar fruit, but also more of the other two. I clearly do not have enough. This is going to be a hard grind for me, so that's going to be something that you need. And obviously you need a ton of Mobius clusters. But with weekly reset tomorrow, you should be in good shape to get all of the legendary campaign ones of these, so that you can obviously apply them for Jaren Ward. So don't use them. Save them for Jaren Ward. He's going to be an absolute goat. So you do need the sheafs, the fruits, and then obviously everything else we already talked about. So I'm really excited for Jaren Ward. I think he's going to be, like I said, a absolute must use. Can I screenshot my current resources, Ms.? No, Ellie, you depressed me last time when you did that. But anyway, so those are all the ways you can do it in order to, when Inside do it, to get ready for Jaren Ward. So last word is for sure coming. We saw that if you missed it in the beginning, we froze it when he's spinning that shit around. You know, that was the last resort for sure. But anyway, that's gonna do it for that one. So I'm hyped. Let me know what you guys think, because I think Jaren Ward is literally going to be a must use for anyone in the game. I think it's going to be a must use for whales. They're going to want to max him out. I think it's going to be a must use for free to play. You're going to want to at least fully at least unlock him, but he's going to be amazing because he's going to fully shut down both piercing and impact, and he's solar, which is just a fantastic. How many fruits does it totally take? Do you know? I'm actually not sure. Long Raider Night off the top of my head. I'll go back and look in a second though. But yeah, Jaren Ward gonna be sick.